What's up, everyone? This is the one and only Cousin Blaze, blazing straight out of NetPlay. So, Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final has been localized to the West as Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse. And we have gotten a lot of information and speculation in regards to the plot and characters of this game. For this video, I'm pretty much going to sum up everything that has been presented to us and some possible hints that could lead into potential spoilers. Oh, and there will be spoilers from the original game as well. Just a heads up before anybody tries to kill me. Alright? Okay. With that said though, let's get it started. It is 100% confirmed that Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final takes place after the events that occur in the neutral ending where Flynn fights and defeats Merkaba, the Lord's Chariot representing the Lost side, and Lucifer, the Demon Lord representing the Chaos side. After their defeat, Flynn returns Masakado to his original form to break the ceiling from above in order to return light, peace, and prosperity back to Tokyo. Oh, and he does destroy the Eastern Kingdom of Mikado as a result of this. Well, shit. It doesn't last though, as you can see in this clip, that the ceiling does return, and it's pretty much right back where it started. We are now presented with a new protagonist named is this really the main character? I'm sorry, but this character's design is very laughable. Didn't know that Hot Topics exists in Tokyo. Okay. All joking aside, our main protagonist hero's name is Nanachi, a young hunter working for the organization called the Outlaw Hunters. While carrying out on a mission, he died in action, but soon after his death, he meets a demon named Dagda. Dagda gives him a contract which allows Nanashi to be revived back to the living, but in return has become his personal quote-unquote god killer. Nanashi is then revived back to the living, and the game goes on from there. Now, with the introductory plot summation out of the way, I can now get into the cast of characters. We get plenty of newer characters and plenty of returning characters in this game. First up is Asahi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. A 15-year-old girl who is also in the Outlaw Hunters organization like Nanashi, and is good friends with him. According to her character profile in Megami Tensei Wikia, she aspires to become an excellent hunter just like her father. She is one of the partners that can aid you in combat, who specializes in healing magic. I think it's fair to say that her role will pretty much be the heroine role for the game's story. Pretty much Isabel to Flynn as she is to Nanashi, except that she's more younger and more adorable looking. Next up is Hallelujah. Yep, that's seriously his name. You know, I shouldn't be surprised by now with Atlas when it comes to religious themes, but anyways. Hallelujah is a young man that is affiliated with the Ashurikai. He joins with the protagonist as one of the supports because apparently he's been ordered to keep an eye on him and his party. It's honestly interesting to see that the Shurikai still exist after the events that transpired with the original story. Makes me wonder on what the hierarchy is after Timeless death. Speaking of the Shurikai, I'm sure you're familiar with the Ring of Gaia, right? Well, they're making a return as well, with Toki as the representative and support for Nanashi's party. Toki is apparently a 14-year-old girl who wears this pretty badass looking mask. Also, major potential spoilers in 3, 2, 1. According to her character profile page in Megami Tensei Wikia, she is actually an assassin that plans to kill Flynn. The reason for that is unknown at the moment. And yes, I should bring up the fact that Flynn, the original protagonist of Shin Megami Tensei 4, is making a return in Final. Yeah, our favorite ponytail-haired hero is alive and well, and is regarded as the Messiah of Tokyo. Not much is known exactly about what he does in the story, but in this scene we can clearly see Flynn with Merkaba and Lucifer most likely having a discussion on how to deal with the Polytheistic Alliance, a group of gods that seeks to end the war between angels and demons. This fedora man with a flute is Krishna, the leader and pretty much the spokesperson for the Polytheistic God Alliance. He seems like a pretty interesting character design-wise. Having a fedora is a plus in my book. Odin is the sub-leader, and damn! He got a badass upgrade in design from his Nocturne design. And Moroku, the other sub-leader. They seem to be gaining power as a fraction, having been able to recruit demons like Medusa and several other demons, which does explain why Lucifer, Merkaba, and Flynn would be discussing on how to deal with their potential threat. Also, I should mention that Krishna wants Flynn to join their cause, but I'll get to that later in the video. Don't worry about that. I just want to get to all the characters out of the way first. With Flynn returning, you know Isabel will. Isabel returns as a support unit for Nanashi's party. She plans to prevent the Polytheistic Alliance from getting Flynn to join the Alliance, showing us exactly why she is one of the best girls in Shin Megami Tensei 4. Yes, I said one of the best girls. Why? Well, Nozomi. That's why. After being an NPC and barely even having a portrait of her in Shin Megami Tensei 4, and Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final, however, she now actually has her own portrait and a much bigger role being the support unit for Nanashi's party. Following the events from the previous game, she becomes the Fairy Queen. She is accompanied by Danu, and on her character profile page on Megami Tensei Wikia, she is apparently either a wife or a mother to Dagda, the demon that Nanashi has a contract with. It's not entirely sure at the moment, so I could be wrong. Hey, what's that green snob doing over there? Oh shit, it's Navarre. Yup, the one and only Navarre is returning as a fucking little ghost because apparently he got killed by something petty. Oh Navarre, we saved your ass before in the first game, twice if you want to count the side quests, but you still find a way to stay dead. Oh, what irony. He becomes a support unit for Nanashi's party, but honestly, what can he do? Besides the fact that he will get every chance he gets to make insults saying that I'm casually scum, but you know what? I'm actually happy he's returning and having a somewhat bigger role in the story. I hate him, don't get me wrong, but it's a fun kind of hate, honestly. And Navarre being in the party will bring more comic relief into the game as well. The last support unit for the party is a guy named Gaston. No, not that Gaston. He's 18 years old and joins Nanashi's party because he's been sent from the Eastern Kingdom from Mikado to stop the Polytheistic Alliance. He also happens to be Navarre's older brother, and he's disappointed as shit in him for dying so easily. Can't blame him, I would be too, shit. Not much is known about how the guy acts, but I would guess that he's as arrogant as his brother but more confident, so he can probably back his shit up. These are the major characters that will be in this game. Now, with that out of the way, we can get into the speculations, possible hints and spoilers. So again, if you don't want to be spoiled, then skip to the last section of the video here. Okay, so let's talk about Nanashi. Yeah, this edgy looking kid may look awfully unoriginal, but look closely to that mark on his chin. Who does that remind you of? Figured it out? Well, in case if you didn't, it's the same mark that Akira has in both Blasted and Inferno Tokyos. It should be worth noting that on his character profile page on Megami Tensei Wikia, it does say that he is the reincarnation of Akira in the neutral route. However, I was not able to find any other credible sources to back this up, but honestly, I believe he is the reincarnation of Akira. It makes a lot of sense, and it would give Nanashi a lot more presence into the story. Flynn is awesome, but if it's just going to be about Flynn, then you're better off making him stay as the main protagonist. Obviously, they are going to build this edge board to something big, and I cannot wait to see. Okay, so we know that the Polytheistic Alliance wants Flynn to join their cause, but we don't know exactly why. I think it's logical to assume that Krishna believes that his cause and Flynn's ambitions are very similar, because both want to put an end to the war between angels and demons, and since the cycle of war, of law and chaos is never ending, maybe Krishna will try to convince Flynn that there is a way to end it all. Also, a few weeks after the game came out in Japan, we've gotten a render of Flynn, and Jesus Christ, is he smirking? Flynn, that shit is creepy. I find it kind of ridiculous that his eyes remain the same. It's just his mouth that changed and his expression, but yeah, he still comes off as creepy. But anyways, this has gotten people to believe that Flynn may have succumbed to the Polytheistic Alliance cause, making him an antagonist, but honestly I don't see it. I think at worst Flynn will probably be manipulated or controlled by Krishna in some way, but will not actually choose to join his cause. And because of this clip, It sounded like he was thanking you with the arigato with a smiling expression. Maybe he's thanking us for rescuing him from the Alliance. I mean, it's also why Isabeau joined the group too, so it makes sense to me, but I could be wrong. Let's not forget that 2 videos surfaced, each showing Jonathan and Walter being alive and well until they transformed into Mercury and Lucifer. Everybody was like, huh? But how are they alive? Well, here's why. Number 1, they became one with their respective entities, so in a way they were merely in their avatar state and just transformed back into their true selves. The same persona, okay? They are still technically dead, but their souls are tied to Merkaba and Lucifer. I guess you would probably ask, well, Flynn killed Merkaba and Lucifer, so why are they back? Well, before both of them died, they stated that they will come back as long as humanity keeps yearning for them. And so here we are. The ceiling has returned. The angels and demons are back at it once again as prophesied in the neutral route. It's kind of sad actually when you think about it. And 2 former friends are tied to their demon counterparts forever. Nah, Flynn is probably happy about that shit. Look at the fucking smirk. Look at it. Also, the last and most recent thing is that this game is getting DLC. Unsurprising, right? But what is surprising is the contents of the DLC. There is apparently a scenario that involves all of the mainline Shin Megami Tensei protagonists all teaming up against Steven, and it looks fucking sick. So there you have it. This is so far most, if not all, we know about Shin Megami Tensei 4 Apocalypse or Final. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some stuff as more information is popping up about the game. I won't make much of an effort to get any more spoilers for the game though. I want to experience this game for myself now. Shin Megami Tensei 4's story was fantastic. The possibilities of the story makes me even amped up to play it. Atlus, thank you for localizing this game to the West. I appreciate it. I had doubts that you were going to localize it, but you did. You came through, man. You came through, base Atlus. But anyways, that's all I have to say. This is pretty much my sum up for Shin Megami Tensei 4 Final or Apocalypse, whatever you want to call it. And I hope you found this video insightful and got you curious on the game and get you amped up to play it. Anyways, this is Cozen Blade signing out. Peace out. Have a good day.